We came up on this ledge for the sunset. We're in the midst of cooking dinner, so we got a little bannock there, and we're gonna watch the sunset and go and finish dinner. Morning of day 5. Friday. We are cooking up some pancakes. We just had the last of our bacon, and we will get going as soon as we get our day 5 in the tent. We finished breakfast. Luckily we got stuff cleaned up. We were starting to pack up and it started to rain. So Dalton was inside the tent. He's high and dry. I got the tarp rigged up, and we're gonna pack all this stuff up into the pack as best we can and get our rain gear on and brave the elements if it doesn't stop. Still at our camp. We had the rain come in, and now what, 15-20 minutes later it is sunny. We got the tent rain fly drying out. I rigged the tarp up to put all our stuff under, so not too bad. Little bit wet. This was soaked. As you can see, it's already dry. Or I don't know if you can see, but it's already dry. So now we're just packing up. It could rain again, but right now it's sunny, so we're gonna pack up and get going. We are paddling on Crooked Lake still, so Canada, United States. Right up here on the right, on those cliffs, the rocks, there's supposed to be some Indian paintings. There's supposed to be pictographs here, but I don't know. These orange blobs. This kind of looks like sort of looks like a deer or something if you look at it right, I guess. I don't know. I don't see them. Do you see them?
No.
There's Lower Basswood Falls. I'll try to zoom in. That's as close as we're going to get from the water, because we got a portage right here, and that's what the sky looks like, and it is thundering, and we're about to get soaked. We just hit the portage trail for Basswood, Lower Basswood Falls. It is 1:25 in the afternoon, and this is how dark it is. So we just hunkered down at the beginning of this portage underneath these trees. I might string up the tarp. It is see, it is, there's the storm that's coming. Here comes the rain. There's some lightning. Trying to wait this out. I got the tarp strung up on close quarters. We have rain gear on. I think the worst of it's already gone. It's actually starting to lighten up a little bit. It's raining pretty good, but it was just pouring for a while. Looking around, Lower Basswood Falls. Also responsible for a lot of the current we've been paddling against for the last. We're making our way towards the Horse River, and just wanted to get some footage of this because this is beautiful. The lake's like glass, probably because the falls are right there. It's almost like a dam, but after what we've been paddling in with the wind and the waves and what I believe is some current, this is just a nice change of pace. So here we go. We got a 75 rod portage coming up in about a half a mile. Now we are on the Horse River. Now it looks a lot more like a river. On our way to our first of 3 portages. Came into our first portage on the Horse River. This is a 75 rodder. What's your tongue twister, Dalton?
It's a perfectly paved portage path.
There you have it. Perfectly paved I can't do it. Perfectly paved portage path. There you have it. Nothing like what we saw in Quetico. Horse River portage number 2. To the end of the second portage on the Horse River. We've got 3 little sections of rapids and 1 more portage to go into Horse Lake. We'll hopefully keep. So here's the first section of rapids that you can't go, so I just let Dalton out and walk across there. We got a little rope on the canoe, and I'm just gonna walk alongside the rapids and drag the canoe. Okay, final portage of the day. Dalton's having some issues with a little garter snake that wants to hang out on the path and probably sun itself on the boardwalk, and Dalton's not too fond of it. This is the end of our hopefully final portage of the day. Hopefully this is it for portaging. We got 2 more rapids to line around. Maybe I'll have Dalton video that, because the first one I almost fell about 3 times, and probably pretty funny. So unless all 5 sites that we're scouting on horse are taken, then we're done portaging for the day. This is Horse Lake. It is now 6:40 on day 5. And there were 3 sections of rapids to go through on the map. We actually had to go through 5, and of course the 2 sites that were most convenient for us were both taken. So now we are gonna head towards the portage. There's 2 more campsites before the portage. Hopefully one of them is free. If not, we're gonna have to take another portage into Tin Can Mike Lake, and there are 3 sites on that. Day 5, we finally made camp on Horse Lake. Well, we just got here. It is almost 7:30, so that gives us almost an 8.5 hour day.
I got a tick. You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, you do. It's crawling on you.
He's crawling?
Yeah.
Oh, good. There he's in.
Tick magnet strikes again. All right. So 7:30. We're wet. We're cold. We're tired. We need to get our stuff out and get some stuff hung up and set up. See you in the morning. Day 6. It's Saturday, so we come out today, and keep this short because my battery's getting low. Here's a quick rundown of our campsite. We got in late last night. Everything was wet. We had to put the tarp up just to try and dry it out. It was soaked from the thunderstorm. We got the tent down there. We got all of our stuff hanging out. We hung all this up last night. Pretty much everything we had on the outside was wet. We did have dry clothes, so we're okay. There's a little fire pit we did not use. We will head out in about 2 hours. We're on Tin Can Mike Lake. We got a couple loons over there. I don't know if you can see them. I don't want to drop my phone. We just came from the portage right there. It was really busy. Most people we've seen. We just had several groups come through that same portage, and some nice kids about Dalton's age or a little younger actually brought our second load for us without us knowing it. So we got there with the first load, turned around, our stuff was there. So that was pretty cool. So we just got into the portage from Tin Can Mike into Sand Pit. Head that way. This is 160 rods. There's our gear. Coming to the end of longest portage of the day, 160 rods from Tin Can Mike into Sand Pit. So 4 portages today. We got 2 of them down, and the two longest ones are down. So it is 11:45, and we get picked up at 1. Sandpit Lake. We're going basically straight to the end, and then portage into Mudrow, and that'll be our last lake of the trip. This is day 6.
Yep.
Saturday. It's been very busy. We've seen several groups at every portage. Final portage into Mudrow, to the final lake before we take our portage out. So here we go. Coming off our second to last portage into the lake. So this is Mudrow, and then we basically paddle across this to the parking lot. Well, a portage to the parking lot. So that one was a little rough. That was big uphill, up and down. So here we go, Mudrow Lake. We'll approach into the portage out from Mudrow Lake. You see the lake's turned into this narrow little slough of a river. Almost feels like we're in the Everglades, but just wanted to get a little bit of this, but it's tight with rocks, so I need to paddle.